Were you a leader or a follower?
I was the follower. Very much the follower.
As a follower, were these kids, would you say they were good kids, or was it a bad crowd that you were hanging with?
Probably a mix. They were older than me. It was the little gang we had. It wasn't a rough neighborhood. Everybody was middle class. You know, nobody was rich, but nobody was poor neither. Ultimately, from what some people had, I was well off. And then on the other hand, what other people had, I was not so well off. But my parents didn't drink, use, went to church every Sunday, pretty much give you anything you wanted. I really never did without. I had a car when I was 16, the car I wanted. Even though it wasn't the right car, it was the car I wanted. Finally realized that car wasn't gonna work. In my mind, it wasn't gonna work because it kept breaking down. And my parents bought me a car. So, I mean, I didn't do without. I think it was more peer pressure than anything, because at 16, I really started spiraling out of hand. Got a DUI when I was 17. And the crazy part is I ran from the law in a Pinto.
Looking back, what would you tell your 16-year-old self today about that particular incident?
Don't drink. Just don't drink. I mean, at that point in my life, it was just a matter of saying no. Because I hadn't really, when I say spiraled out of hand, at 17 a DUI, yeah, it's bad. But I could go, I love to hunt. And on weekends I would hunt. And I'd go all week, right up till Saturday night and not drink. But Saturday night it was on, because I knew I had Sunday off to recoup. But I wasn't going to interfere with my job at that point and my Saturday hunting, because that was my time with my dad. My dad and me were very, 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 very close. Why he didn't kill me, I do not know. If I can be half the man that man was, I'll be happy.
The rationale from somebody who's never gotten a DUI is, Bill, you got one, don't get the second. Bill, you got two, don't get the third. Explain the rationale to me from your point of view of, this has been happening.
I couldn't stop. I had hurt my knee. So I was on disability. I collected the settlement. So I wasn't working. So I had the money from the settlement. I was getting unemployment. I didn't have to work. So that wasn't an excuse not to drink. And I don't know that it done any good. At that point, I was an addict. I was an alcoholic. There's no doubt about it. I was also taking pain pills. And I called these people friends, and they didn't have a clue. He was giving me a pile of pain pills. I was taking 5 or 6, sometimes 10 of those before I'd leave to go to the bar and drink. The way I parked my car is there was a big oak tree at the end of the driveway. And when I hit the oak tree, I knew I was up far enough. And I don't mean slammed into it, but the bump. Okay, I'm there. Get up the next morning, and some mornings I got up and made sure the car was there. I mean, it was insane.
When did it become, I like doing this?
In my early 20s, 21, 22, that's when it really got out of hand.
So does it become, and I want young kids to hear this, does it become, I'm going to go out, I'm going to have some fun. Oh, try this beer, I don't like beer. Okay, I'm going to have a beer. Oh, try this cigarette, it's good when you're drinking. Oh, I don't smoke. Well, just try it. And after so much repetition of doing this, all of a sudden it becomes ingrained in who you are and what you do on a daily basis. May not be an addiction yet, but you are starting to go down that road.
Actually, when I first drank the beer, I hated it. I like, this is the nasty stuff. Then I think it just became, well, you know, that's what we do on weekends. Everybody parties and has a good time. We all to get together, watch football games or basketball, whatever the case may be. I like racing. And it just, it's every weekend, especially when hunt season went out. When hunt season went out, it was every single weekend. And then it progressed into, I can have a beer here and there during the week, and that progressed. Now it took some time. It didn't happen overnight. I heard quite a bit. My family said I had a problem.
You didn't believe them?
No. I could quit. I could quit anytime I wanted to, just chose not to. I couldn't quit. And it wasn't so much even the peer pressure then. Once I got to that stage where I wasn't working, it didn't matter. I had money. I had 2 cars. I was living in a house. I thought everything was wonderful. Living my dream, as I would say. I'd go hunting and fishing anytime I wanted to, and never went because I was too hungover the next morning to even get up. And especially when you come in at 4. So that was not going to happen. Yes, my mom and dad several times, I think you got a problem. I think you need to get help. I don't have a problem. I'm good. I can quit anytime I want to. I couldn't quit. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't quit.